Good morning student. I, Mohd Shaheer, welcome you all to the online classes of N.L.K group of schools. Today I am going to start part 5 video of chapter 1 integers. Students, in this video we are going to learn the properties of subtraction. In my previous video I told you the properties of addition. Now we are going to learn the properties of subtraction. The very first property is closure property. What is closure property? The difference of two integers is always an integer. That is, if x and y are two integers, then their difference z is also an integer. So we can say that if we subtract any two integers, we get an integer. For example, we have two integers. The first one is 31 and the second one is 22, and we subtract them. When we subtract, we get 9. And in the second example, we have two integers -5 and -4. When we subtract them, we get -1. And we know that 9 and -1 both are integers. So we can say that if we subtract any two integers, we get an integer. This property is called closure property of subtraction. Student, let's move to the next page. In this page, next property is given, which is commutative property. What is commutative property? The order of integers while doing subtraction is important, because if the order is changed, the result is also gets changed. In property of addition, commutative property of addition, we learn that order is not important in commutative property of addition. If we change the order, we get the same result. But in commutative property of subtraction, the order of integers is important, because if we change the order, the answer will change. So if suppose if we have two integers x and y, then their subtraction x minus y and y minus x are not equal. If we change the order, we will get different answers. For example, let us take x, the first integer x is equal to 48, then the second integer y is equal to 2. Let us find the value of x minus y. In the place of x we have to put 48, and in the place of y we have to put 2. When we subtract 2 from 48, we get 46. Let's change the order and we find the value of y minus x. In the place of y we put 2, and in the place of x we put 48. And 2 minus 48, we know that the first one is positive integer and the second one is negative. We have to subtract it, and when we subtract, we get 46. And because 48 is larger number than 2 and it has negative sign, then the answer will be minus 46. And we know that 46 and minus 46 are two different numbers, so they are not equal. So we can say that the value of x minus y is not equal to y minus x. So we can say in properties of subtraction, commutative property under subtraction does not hold true. Let's move to the next property, associative property. What is associative property? When the grouping of integers is changed while doing subtraction. If we change the group, we get the different answer. The result is also gets changed. If we change the group, the answer gets also changed. Suppose if we have three integers x, y and z, then if we take x minus group of y minus z and we take group of x minus y minus z, they give different answers. Let us understand it with an example. Suppose we have x, the first integer x is 32, the second integer y is 22, and the third integer z is 2. First of all, we group y minus z together, y and z together, and find the value of x minus y minus z. So in the place of x we put 32, in the place of y we put 22, and in the place of z we put 2. We know that the difference of 22 and 2 is 20, and when we subtract 20 from 32 we get 12. Let's change the group and find the value of x minus y minus z. In the place of x we have to put 32, in the place of y we have to put 22, and in the place of z we have to put 2. Now if we subtract 22 from 32 we get 10, and minus 2 remains same. Now if we subtract 2 from 10 we get 8 here, and we know that 12 and 8 are two different numbers, so we can say 12 is not equal to 8. So we can say x minus group of y minus z is not equal to x group of x minus y minus z. So we can say in subtraction, if we change the group, the answer will also change. So we can say associative property does not hold true for the subtraction of integers. Move to the next property, which is property of 0. It is as similar as property of 0 in addition. When 0 is subtracted from any integer, we get the same integer. Suppose I have 50 rupees and I gave you 0, then how much money does I have now? Now I have 50 rupees, same. So if we know that if we subtract 0 from any number, we get the same integers. X minus 0, suppose we have x an integer and we subtract 0 from it, then we get x. For example, if we have 45 and we subtract 0 from it, then we get 45. If we have minus 7 as an integer and we subtract 0 from it, we get minus 7. Let's move to the next page. Now we have some few questions which we have to solve. It is exercise 1.3, which is given on page number 7 of your book. Question number 2, state whether the given statements are true or false. Here some statements are given. We have to tell that whether it is true or false. The first one is 18 minus 3, group of 18 minus 3 plus 5, then 18 minus group of 3 plus 5. We know that in subtraction, if we change the group, the answer will change. Let's understand it by simplifying it. When we subtract 3 from 18, we get 15, and plus 5 remains same. And 15, when we add 15 plus 5, we get 20. And here 18 remains same, and when we add 3 plus 5, we get 8, and when we subtract 8 from 18, we get 10. Here 20 is equal to 10, which is a wrong statement. 20 can never be equal to 10. So our answer will be false. Question number B, 234, group of 234 plus 162 is given and minus 123 is written. Again we change the group, 234 remains first, and we change the group of we take the group of 123 plus 62. As we solve the part A, we can solve also part B, but we can answer by seeing it that the group is changed. If the group is changed, then by associative property of subtraction, it should be false. Next, part C, 346 minus 124 is equal to 124 minus 346. Remember student, the closure property of subtraction, if order is changed, then the answer will be changed. It cannot be equal. So our answer will be false. Next question, next part D, 890 minus 0 is equal to 889. Here we know that if we subtract, 0 from any number, we get the same number. So 890 should be there. So the answer is false. Move to the next page. Here a question is given, question number 4. In a quiz, group A scored -34, 12, 3 and group B scored 15, 5 and -32 in 3 successive rounds. So there is a quiz in which 3 rounds are there, and group A scored -34 in first round, 12 in second and 3 in third, while group B scored 15 in first round, 5 in second round and -32 in third round. So we have to tell them which group scored more. Can we say that integers can be added in any order? So first of all, we have to write total score of group A. If we want to know the total score of group A, then we have to add them. We add -34 plus 12 plus 3. I take the group of 12 and 3. You know that if we have 3 or more integer, we have to group it and we have to solve it by grouping them. So I took the group of 12 and 3. When we add 12 and 3, we get 15, and when we solve -34 plus 15, we get -19 because it has different sign, they subtract, and 34 has larger number than 15 and it has negative sign. So in answer we have to put negative sign. While total score of B is 15 plus 5 minus 32. Now I take the group of 5 and 15. First we add them. When we add 15 plus 5, 15 and 5, we get 20 and -32 remains same. Now the difference of 20 and 32 is 12. Because they have different sign, they subtract, and 32 is a larger number than 20 and it has negative sign. So in answer we have to put negative sign. Now we have two number. Total score of group A is -19 and total score of group B is -12. We know they are negative integer, so -12 is greater than -19. -12 is greater than -19 and -12 is a score which is made by group B. So we can say score of group B is greater than score of group A. Okay, what is the question? Question is which group scored more? So our answer should be group B. And another statement is written, another question is written, can we say the integer can be added in any order? We know the closure property of addition, if we take any order, the answer remains same under the properties of addition. So we can add and we can add the number in any order, the answer remains same. So the answer is 2. Yes. Next we have to verify the question, is it true or not. It is written group of -16 plus 6 plus 5 is equal to -16 and group of 6 plus 5. For verification we have to take the LHS and RHS. What is LHS? The left part of equal sign. The left part of equal sign is called left hand side. In short we say it LHS, and the matter which is written right side of equal sign is called right hand side, and in short we said it RHS. Now we have LHS minus, we simplify LHS and RHS separately. First LHS we have -16 plus 6 plus 5. So if we take the sum of -16 and 6, they have different sign, they subtract, and 16 is a larger number and it has minus sign, so answer will be -10 and plus 5 remains same, and when we solve -10 plus 5 we get -5. In RHS we have -16 and group of 6 plus 5. When we solve 6 plus 5 we get 11. Now we have one negative integer and one positive integer, so we know they subtract, and larger number is 16 and it has negative sign, so answer is -5. Now we have LHS is -5, RHS is also -5, so we can say LHS is equal to RHS, hence verified. That's it for today. Thank you grade 7. Hope you understood the video. If you have any query, any doubt related to it, you can ask me in your WhatsApp group. Thank you and have a good day.